Today I'm going to be walking from here, Maidstone West, along to Wateringbury, following the line of the River Medway and the railway behind me. So let's go on a little adventure down to Wateringbury. Okay, it's just a short walk away from the station. You'll go through the Lock Meadow Entertainment Centre, which will lead you down onto this footpath, and then you're right by the river. Okay, let's get started. Before we get to any sort of anywhere near the railway line, it does take a nice sweep along the River Medway here. It's housing on the right hand side, and it basically follows the river all the way down to our first port of call, which will be East Farleigh, and then carrying on the walk down to the very picturesque Wateringbury. And past what seems to be an old bridge for a railway. We carry on down now, part into this lovely little walkway here, which is right next to the river, and the railway just over there beyond the trees, very close indeed. What a pleasant walk along the Kent countryside, along the River Medway. As you go along the footpath, you'll find interesting markers like this one telling you all about the little wildlife. I mean, that's not very fascinating, I know, the slow worm, but it is part of the ecosystem around here. And these are all dotted around the footpath, giving you useful information even about what is the wildlife around this area. And there's a railway line just up there. Great views here of the railway as it passes over this little mini bridge in a second, and you know, you're right next to the river here. Plenty of river boats on the river people are living in. They actually obviously use the land around it, which they own, to either plant vegetables, etc. Very, very, very nice indeed. And yeah, it has been raining a lot recently, so it's a little bit boggy here. If you came in the summer, it'd be fantastic. But look how close we are to the railway here. Absolutely fabulous. And yeah, I've got to walk through that in a moment. That looks exciting. But water's even running down here. But there's that little bridge. There's a walkway that goes up there, and I haven't been up there as such, so I may do that in the future. In fact, it says it's a restricted byway, so only really for pedestrians. So, but up here, that's the railway, over here to the river. At the moment, a very, very wet path. Here's another little curiosity that comes off of the path here, and it actually comes off the railway slightly. You can make it out the top there. There is definitely a door for what used to look like a lift shaft, I would imagine, but I don't quite know where it goes to, because the only thing over here is residential. So if anybody knows, I'm right near East Farleigh at the moment. Water raging. If anybody does know what that is, please let us know in the comments. So as I approach East Farleigh Station, you can definitely tell by the river there's been a lot of water coming out of the skies just recently. As we carry on through this walkway, duck down underneath this very, very low but very pretty archway. Out the other side onto the next part of this walk. You can see the plethora of boats moored up here at East Farleigh. See the walkway, those people are just coming down. If you go up there and up the road a little bit, you will come to East Farleigh Station. A very nice station indeed, with its own signal box at time of filming. Well, we're going to carry on down here on our way to our final destination of Wateringbury on a very pleasant spring day. And yet again, as we carry on, another fabulous view of the railway line there. I could stop here and get a few shots of trains, but I really want to get on and get to Wateringbury. But as you can see, if you're taking your time, plenty of opportunity to get photographs of trains coming through, because a lot of freight can come through on this line, so you get some very nice shots up there, I would imagine. And of course this side is still following the River Medway. And I'm about halfway between East Farleigh and Wateringbury. I'm going to stop here for a little while because there is a freight coming through from Watley Quarry to Allington Aggregate Sidings, hauled by a Class 66. It really does open up as you walk towards Wateringbury. As you've seen before, we're very close here to the railway line substation up there. It is, however, quite a muddy track at this point. especially at this time of year. I'm doing it early spring. So I'd imagine in summer, if you come here, and it's been dry for a while, it'd be quite a pleasant walk. And this view of the river and the railway line, really fantastic. You don't have to go very far off the path, just be a little bit careful to see these lovely little waterfalls. They're around everywhere, but this one particularly very nice. Obviously, as you're going along, you do see old relics of the past, such as this line-side hut. Pathway really opens out here as we're nearing Teston, which is about 3/4 of the way to go. Only another quarter after we reach that point. Overall, this is a very pleasant walk. Get to see plenty of the countryside, the river, and of course, the railway. And we're crossing up there, and if I pan to my left, you'll see yet another fantastic arched bridge across the River Medway. This really is a very pretty walk. Okay then, so having walked under that bridge, we're now into Teston Bridge Country Park. And there's a little map of the country park, and that is over in that direction to the right. Well, I'm going to carry on along the towpath alongside the River Medway as we head to our final destination of Wateringbury. I really have seen a lot of great sights on my walk from Maidstone to Wateringbury. Again, behind me you can see another lock. In the summertime this would be an absolutely fantastic walk. It is a little bit boggy underfoot today, I must admit, and that of course does it mean that you'll have to wear some very good footwear if you're coming in the spring, autumn or winter. I would imagine summer, fantastic, and I can imagine this towpath being very busy with a lot of visitors at that time. Okay, and so 2 hours brisk walk later, we have made it to the fabulous Wateringbury with its fantastic views of the river. As I go around that side, you'll see there's the level crossing, and there is the old goods shed, now being used as a timber supply merchant, which is fantastic because it means it's obviously being used. And that means no fear of demolishment, or demolishing I should say. Demolishment? That's not even a word. Anyway, always nice to see a building repurposed. And we'll walk down here and we get to the station entrance. So as you view the River Medway behind me, that is the walk between Maidstone and Wateringbury. The walk between Maidstone and East Farleigh is quite simple, it's very well paved. However, the walk from East Farleigh to Wateringbury, although it has fantastic views of the line, is very muddy in places. I'd only really attempt that in the summertime. Next time it was quite an event getting through that, hence the reason why I haven't videoed a lot of it, because I was worried I was going to lose some of my photography equipment. But it's a very nice walk nonetheless, and as I say, in the summer A fantastic walk. You're right next to the railway line, you're right next to the river. What's not to love? Now, and if you enjoyed this video, then please like, comment and subscribe. And if you can, get out there, get on the railway or on the footpath and see where it takes you. Thanks very much for watching.